I know that I think Missy Hyatt was like one of the first people to kind of give you or get you into the wrestling business. Am I right about that?
You're dead right. Not one of. She was the
The
only.
one.
She was the it. She was Missy Hyatt. I had, believe it or not, I had got into being a massage therapist. My parents were in the lumber business, and we were filthy, filthy. I mean, like $1 million a month rich
Oh wow!
business. I mean, that's a lot of money.
And that was in Atlanta or outside of
I was in
Atlanta.
Atlanta in the 70s and 80s. And my mom was running the company. Here's a female running a lumber company with 200 plus men employees, and how many truck drivers are women? None.
Yeah.
So all men industry. And here's a woman running the lumber company. And my dad was the brains behind it because he knew how much lumber to buy. And that's the secret on whether become victorious or not.
Mm-hmm.
But she was there, doing the slave driving, the making it work, making it go, making it tick.
Yeah.
And she was just a great boss. And but my mom was a great, great woman during her life, and she was just very strong. And all the boys got to know her because of wrestling, and they all loved her to death and everything. But so when Dad started going broke, it was my senior year. It was 1988. And I was like, God, what? He's like, look, guys, I got enough money to get you guys into something. What do you want to do? What the hell do you want to do at 18? How do you know? I'm 18 years old,
Yeah.
So I'm like, so he goes to Steve, my brother Steve, and he wants a gym. So he opens up a gym because we were workout guys and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And my brothers and my father we were all big workout people. And so my dad gave him the money for opening a gym up, and he called it Muscle Connection. It was a real cool gym, real great gym. And my middle brother, he wanted to do drywall. And my dad bought him a big boom truck and got everything all set up and everything. Well, I was the baby, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do, Dad. I said, shit, man, I'm 18 years old. I don't really know what I want to do.
Yeah.
He said, well, then as I thought. And finally I came up with massage therapy. Because
different.
I thought, well, this was my thinking. My thinking was two things. I was a huge sports freak. I mean, I was all county, all state, football and baseball, all 4 years of my career at Spraberry. I was all county, all state, all 4 years. And so, but my grade point average was horrible because I didn't care about grades because I knew where I was going to work. I was going to work for my family.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really care about grades. And so I said, you know what? I can get into massage therapy. I said, I can do like sports therapy, sports therapy, get in maybe a sports trainer of a football or baseball team or something, and continue loving sports through being a trainer or something,
Yeah.
That was a little bit of the thought pattern. And also the thought pattern of, here's a Southern, well-mannered, extremely well-mannered kid that was in shape, could help women and men with their diets. And I just thought it was just a complete no-brainer. And it was an absolute disaster. I graduated number one in my class. Number one in my massage therapy class. Now that means how good you are with your technique. That means how good you are. Keep in mind, it's hard to have a woman walk in your room and you explain how she's going to get her clothes off and get in this bed and you're going to step out for a few minutes and come back in. That's a pretty tough transition. Well, I was very good at that because I was just a very honest, open guy. And so I was very good at all that. So that's why I graduated number one in my class, I think, because I was just very good at making people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But, bro, when I got out there into the world of massage therapy, it was women would walk in and they would see me and they would instantly go and just turn around and walk out. And I go, wait a minute, where are you going? Where are you going? And they go like, there is no way I'm letting you massage me. And I'm like, well, tell me. We keep in mind, it costs $10,000 to get this done. It's not cheap to become a massage therapist. It costs $10,000. Mm. And I was like, look, tell me, what's the deal? What's wrong? And they were, I heard from my husband would kill me to I may have some fat on my back. So basically it was insecurity stuff that the women, so basically because of my looks that I thought would go for me and help me through the transition of, and keep in mind, outside of that room, you still have women go, oh my God, if you'd have been my massage therapist, I'd have been all over it. That's what they say. But when it comes down to the point of you doing that and getting in that room with your clothes off, it does become a little bit iffy. And so it just kind of backfired on me, even though I was making I was making good money at it, but I wasn't making a career out of it.
Right.
During that time, the point of me telling that story, I'm at the pool one day trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with my life. And I see this blonde hair, big boob, beautiful chick across the pool. And we lived in the number one apartments. It was called Poplar Place Apartments. And they were like the number one in Kennesaw. They were like the coolest apartments in Kennesaw. And so we lived there, and we're driving a Corvette and a Jeep, and we're rolling, and we're doing well and everything. But really we're not doing well in what we're wanting to do well in. We're just doing well with money and life. Yeah. And so she was like, won't you be? So that night, so anyway, I can't hear them across the pool. I can just see them and they're kind of eyeballing me and stuff. Well, I come back from the pool that day and Missy is moving in directly across the hall from me. I mean, directly. I remember, don't ask me how. I've got all the wrestlers will tell you I got a freaky memory. Our apartment was 1504 and hers was 1505. I've got no idea how I remember that. But bro, that is 100% the facts. So I come back, here she is moving in, and me just being young and naive, I'm thinking, that's weird that she's moving in right next door to me. That's kind of strange. Well, little did I know, it was all a big plan. She had went to the person that was showing her around, the agent, and said, move me in wherever that guy lives. And the agent didn't know I was married. And so she moves in next door to me, right across the hall. And I come back like, hey, what's going on? Thinking, that's kind of weird, And that night, knock on the door is Missy Hyatt. And I don't know Missy Hyatt from TV. I don't know Missy Hyatt from wrestling. I've got no earthly idea who she is. And except she was a blonde and she was good looking. And, but I had a blonde wife that was good looking too. So it didn't really matter. And so, so she walks in and she goes, Missy is super cool, super honest, super truthful, super chick. Missy is. And she said, hey, she goes, I got to tell the story. She goes, today I saw your husband at the pool. She said, and I told the agent, I said, move me in next door to wherever that guy out there lives. So she did. And then once she found out the story, she came in and she told us through. She goes, but putting all joking aside, she goes, you're crazy not to get into pro wrestling. You just got the look, you got the voice, I can tell you got the charisma, you got the swag. You should definitely look into doing that, And so I said, oh God, Missy, I said, those guys don't make no money. And she goes, our lowest paid guy makes $100,000 a year. So I was like, so let's talk about that a little more. What again now? Tell me that again now.
Yeah.
So I didn't know they made that kind of money, I just didn't know it.